A CNN panel has erupted in a heated discussion over AOC's disastrous performance at the Munich Security Conference over the past week.
Terrible, John. Hey, I'm just asking for you all to apply the same standard.
I think he makes mistakes all the time, and I crack up laughing, just like I cracked up at Joe Biden when he made mistakes. It happens.
You know what? You're not cracking up when the woman's laughing. You're mocking her. You're saying she's
I'm cracking up when I see her because she's not even forming sentences.
Then you're comparing her to the
She's not even forming
strong woman
sentences.
who
She's not giving like a wrong fact
I am
or a wrong
supporting
name.
her. But when women make a gaffe, they're monsters. It should never be invited back.
You know what one of the differences is, though? When Trump makes these mistakes as president.
Kevin O'Leary then didn't hold back, calling the panelists nuts.
All right, Kevin, a quick last word.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm not sure.
My last word is, you're all nuts. Like, that's just...
Oh, my God.
Thank you, Kevin.
Guys,
am I in on that? Okay.
Look, we got to keep it together here, okay?
We are.
Honestly. I mean, there's a way to talk about these things. If you don't have anything to say, just say that, and I won't come to you next time.
You don't
All right.
Online commentators blasted the other panelists, with this person saying, "You gotta love this. Kevin O'Leary tells it like it is, and the CNN panel doesn't like it very much. My last word is, you're all nuts. This is exactly why he's Mr. Wonderful." The heated exchange comes after days of commentary on AOC's diabolical performance at the Munich Security Conference, where even JD Vance couldn't contain his mockery.
I think that this is such a, I think that this is this is, of course, a very long-standing policy of the United States.
Martha, you bring me on your show and you show me the most uncomfortable 20 seconds of television I've ever seen. My takeaway from that...
What happened there? What do you think?
Well, I think it's a person who doesn't know what she actually thinks. And I've seen this way too much in Washington with politicians where they are given lines, and when you ask them to go outside the lines they were given, they completely fall apart because, look, does anybody really believe that AOC has very thoughtful ideas about the global world order or about what the United States should do with our policy in Asia or our policy in Europe? No, this is a person who is mouthing the slogans that somebody else gave her. And it
I guess
shows
no one gave her one for that one.
I guess not. And it shows how thin the Democrats' policy actually is on all these very, very important questions. Look, that was embarrassing. If I had given that answer, I would say, you know what? Maybe I ought to go read a book about China and Taiwan before I go out on the world stage again. I hope that Congresswoman Cortez has the same humility. I'm skeptical.
And it's not only Republicans bashing AOC. Her own side can no longer ignore the incompetence.
The dismal reviews for Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's words and remarks and pauses and gasps for anything to say coherently there are really getting bashed today. She was at the Munich Security Conference, and the bashing is coming in a bipartisan way. Here's former ABC News journalist Mark Halperin.
It takes a major screw up for the New York Times to put in their story about AOC that she had I think they said it was a stumble or something. It has to be a really bad stumble. She has no feeling in her bones about Taiwan. She just thought, well, I'll go with the memorized answer. And I don't think even the Democratic Party will make somebody the nominee if they can't answer that question.
She didn't go with a memorized answer. Democrat strategist Dan Turrentine here.
It was a reminder of you're now on the big stage. Her team hyped her appearance. She froze like a deer in headlights.
And this tough assessment from a veteran New York Democrat strategist, here's the quote: "It was a beauty pageant to show that she had some chops about international issues, and she showed a complete lack of chops." He goes on to say if she runs for president, quote, "She's now given the opposition tons of ammunition to destroy her."
And true to form, President Trump weighed in, never missing an opportunity to expose AOC.
I watched AOC answering questions in Munich. This was not a good look for the United States. AOC, I never heard her speak very much. They started answering questions. She had no idea what was happening. She had no idea how to answer, very important questions concerning the world.
But despite her word salad, she is still one of the strongest candidates the Democrats have, with her supporters like the hosts of The View making excuses for her gaffes by mocking Trump.
May I present to you the gaffer-in-chief?
Yes.
Did you just see Maduro, Venezuela? It's unbelievable. Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your... Sir, don't dignify it with a refutal. Refutal or a refutal? What the hell word would that be? I have this beautiful, luxuriant hair, and I put stuff on, and I lather up, and then you turn on this crazy shower, and the thing drip. When I told them about Iceland, they loved me. Our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland.
So clearly, my mother used to say, don't spit up in the air, it comes back in your face. Okay? Check him out before you start attacking AOC. Yeah. Who, by the way, it sounded a little homina, but, you know, compared to him, it's like Mensa.
And whilst lefties are desperately trying to make excuses for AOC's incompetence, conservatives are reveling in it, with Benny Johnson actually hoping AOC will run for president.
But as you look at AOC, is she humbled? Because it was kind of odd, her comment to the New York Times, almost like, oh, I was never thinking about running for president. But do you think she has enough hubris to lean back in?
You know, it is remarkable because if this is the best that the Democrats have, I'm like, wow. Like, how do I support? Like, how do I make this ticket happen? I know you talked about Kamala going down to Australia. AOC, I mean, listen, a lot of these Europeans, maybe English isn't their first language. And so this sounds great to them, right? Maybe that's what's going on here. She's practicing this out on non-English speakers, and there's something